Hello boys and girls, welcome to another session of, or a summary of a session of Dwarf Fortress Kivishnir, Lancerlands. As you can see, we have changed a bit the shape of the rooms here because we are digging for galena. I want to have some solid metal ore supplies. We made a bit of progress with furnishing the rooms for the dwarves. 3 or 4 levels have now beds, but production of tables and chairs and cabinets is still a bit slow, but we are working on it. Then we started digging even further down. There was no aquifer so far found, but also no water and no cavern. We have found granite and marble, which is great, and some what is this, olivine? Malachite. Okay, malachite. Yeah. Further up we have built a wall here just for safety, because I think some creatures can make vertical diagonal moves and they would be able to sneak from here into our fortress. I've started to build a wall here and my usual trap corridor with 2 bridges for easy access after it's full. And yeah, we'll have to finish it off here, close it off the wall, but it will be done, don't worry, in time. I cannot build wall here until the floor isn't built here, but everything will happen. Thank you for your comments actually on these things, because you said that I can use these murky pools as a more or less steady supply of water. Nevertheless, I just have to make sure I don't use them where they are. Instead, I have to channel their water to an underground container and make sure that they are not covered like I did cover them, not knowing this idea. But I will uncover them again, although I'm not so sure. But as we channel them to an underground tank, we keep the water there. It won't evaporate. We will use it, and the rain will eventually refill these murky pools, and we can refill our tank again. This, however, has one weakness, which is what do you do when flying enemies come, or enemies mounted on flying creatures? They will have free access to your fortress, unless, of course, we do what I'm going to do. You build a wall around these murky pools, you wall them off from your fortress, and make sure that you have a good seal between your water channel and the water tank. So this is good. I think it will save us a lot of pumping time and a lot of frames per second of computing power. So thanks a lot for this suggestion. I also have made some more metal crafts. We've started making weapons, but silver is only good for blunt weapons as a hammer and mace. I'll probably start making arrowheads or just bolts from silver, just because I don't have real much of another material to make them from. But I wouldn't make any edged weapons like swords or battle axes or spears, because silver is quite soft metal and is not really as hard as copper or steel. I have prepared some barracks, but it's an emergency barracks. I haven't even set up my troops to train here. That's how much I suck. And then suddenly, not even a goblin ambush, but it was like one kobold thief and two goblin thieves, or one goblin thief and a goblin snatcher. 3 hostiles on our map, and I felt strong. I had, I don't know, 18 men in my squads, and I ordered all of them, 3 squads, attack these thieves. And they did, and it went wrong. The thief stabbed back and injured one of my sword dwarves quite severely. Many nerves have been severed. Is there a report on health? Many nerves have been severed. Ability to grasp is impaired, or grasp is impaired. And yeah, motor nerves and sensory nerves are severed. I didn't even have a hospital at that time when it happened. I set a hospital up, but you know, I designated the furniture to be carried here, all with beds and traction benches, tables, chests. And before I unpaused it, I designated it as a hospital zone. And what happened is that the dwarf went to the hospital zone, and not seeing any beds there yet, he just lay down on the floor and would recover then. So I don't think he was particularly happy lying there on a rough-hewn stone floor without proper bed and traction bench. His arm was impaired, and yeah, he survived, of course, but I don't think he has a good life now. So much for making your hospital too late. Never do that. And we have a moody dwarf here. He went from one mason's workshop to another. Only, yeah, he was in, I think he was in this mason's workshop, went down the slope to this mason's workshop, claimed it, and currently he wants rocks, and I don't know what kind of rocks. I'm digging all around trying to find a rock material I don't have yet. I don't know whether he wants rock blocks or what does he. Must have rock bones, must have bones, tanned hides. Okay, so I didn't see these bones and tanned hides. I'll probably start to slaughter some animals and tan some hides. Maybe it will save him. Then in what was it? Spring, the elven traders arrived. I've shown my goodwill to trade with them, but accidentally selected my metal crafts together with a wooden bin, and they wouldn't accept it, and they were not interested in further trading, so I let them go. They would have brought us nice prickleberries and this kind of stuff, these outdoor crops, seeds and outdoor crops. We could have made wonderful drinks from it, but we won't, at least not this year. However, I didn't somehow attack them or rob them. I want elves to arrive next year, to come and trade with us next year again. It can be sometimes really useful. It's a good way to trade with elves when you want to get pets or even these outdoor crops. But the more goods we have now to sell to humans and dwarves for some real weapons. So I'm really looking forward to the caravans. I just hope that either our defenses will be ready by then, or that the goblins won't strike just yet. Alright, so that much has happened. We don't have any more nobles. We have about 3 squads, but I don't have a manager yet. I don't have a bookkeeper yet. Everything is way too chaotic here. But I'll try to do a better job with the military and try to make a breeding ground for the poultry. I think I wanted to. I will have them here where they can be. I'll put all my geese here and chicken. Okay. What is planned for the next session? The next session is going to be definitely this well thing with these murky pools, and here I see some 2 more murky pools, which will be used as well. I think would be good to use them as well. Oh, look, here is 1 less water now, because they use it as a water source to bring water to the ill or injured dwarf. I also ordered all trees to be cut down, all trees on the map. I'll see what we find. What I'm bothered now is that we don't have any wild animals. You see, we have only flying animals, and I need some wild animals with which I could train my military on, like killing some boars or mandrills and stuff like that. Everything is flying. I can train my marks dwarfs though. Also some archery ranges, but military and murky pools is the target to get right in the next session. So thanks for watching. See you next time.